Hey folks, Dr. Dan from DocTalk here. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to have a great show. We have Dr. Mark Hilton from Elanco Animal Health, who's been a practitioner for 30-some years in Iowa and at Purdue University. We're going to talk today about how you can build a calendar for your cow herd when it comes to breeding, health, and many other practices.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com. This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine. Your stem cells, your health, your life.
Dr. Hilton?
How you doing?
Good. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Folks, Dr. Mark Hilton's my guest today, and we're going to talk about building a cow-calf calendar for your herd, a calendar for your cow-calf herd. And Dr. Hilton just kind of set the stage. We've had him on the show. We'll have more episodes with Dr. Hilton on the show. He is a wealth of knowledge. He's done so much for the veterinary profession, so much for the beef industry as a practitioner for well, really his whole career, whether he was in private practice or at Purdue University.
Yep.
You're
a
practitioner.
Right.
And that's, 33 plus years, and now as a technical consultant at Elanco Animal Health. And so glad to have you here. Let's jump into building this cow-calf herd health calendar. So folks, when you're sitting there, get your notepad out and start jogging down some notes, because now we're going to start showing you how you can build that calendar for you and your herd.
Great. So when I was in practice in Iowa, I saw lots of our herd owners that would call, I need to get this done soon, and things wouldn't always get done on time. And so I said to different producers, I said, how about if we just sat down and kind of grabbed a calendar and made a list of things we need to do at different times of the year? And they said, oh yeah, I'd like to have a schedule. I'd like that. And we actually kept it in our office. This was pre-computer days early in practice, Dan. I'm a little older than you. So, we had a chart, and the gals in the office could go back and they would get the right vaccine or do the right things. But I think having a system rather than just leaving things to chance. Cattle are an investment in your operation. It's a part of your business, and you need to do it like that. My corn farmers did everything by the calendar and on a schedule. So this was not different to them, and so that's what we did. So my first question was, when do you want to start calving? When is the weather conducive for you to calve outside, so those calves can be born out in nature, not in a barn where we're going to have disease problems? And then they would give me that date. I'd say, okay, that starts our calendar. So do you want to breed your heifers ahead of your cows? Do you want your heifers to calve 2 weeks, 3 weeks before your cows, to give them more chance to get rebred? The environment's better. Your enthusiasm for calving difficulties is higher early in the calving season than it is late in the calving season.
Absolutely.
But a lot of them would say, no, I don't want to calve the heifers sooner because that's going to put them in an environmental stress. So that's fine. So we calve the heifers and the cows together. So how long do you want to calve with the heifers? I think that they should not be calving the heifers as long as the cows. If they're going to start the heifers ahead of the cow herd by a couple of weeks, I'm okay with calving the heifers for maybe 42 days. But if they say, no, I'm going to start the heifers, and let's just say it's March 23rd, they're going to start calving cows and heifers, 30 days for heifers. And I really put a lot of pressure on that heifer. I want the heifers, I have a small herd of my own, and I jokingly say, I go out and I show the heifer this piece of paper that says, here's the rules. You want to be a cow or not? Because rule number one is, I want 12 to 15-year commitment from you. And if that heifer says, I was thinking maybe 6 years and then I'd come up open and take a year off, no, she's a feedlot heifer. So getting high fertility heifers. So that's where we start the whole calendar, based on when the cows calve and when the heifers calve.
Perfect. So we got our calendar off and running. We got our calving dates set for our heifers and our cows. Come back and join us here with Dr. Mark Hilton. We're going to continue on this calendar.
To see this show and past episodes of Ag AM in Kansas, go online to agaminkansas.com.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
ValleyVet.com, ValleyVet.com, Valley Vet Supply.
Healthy cows start with the new hired hand automatic livestock sprayer. Rancher invented to provide an efficient alternative to pour-on and injectable parasite management systems. The portable design allows cattle to treat themselves head to hoof. Strategic device placement with pass-through activation technology takes the stress out of parasite treatment for cattle and the rancher, leaving more time to tend to other vital tasks on the farm. To learn more, visit cowsprayer.com. The new hired hand makes healthy cows easy.
This segment brought to you by Santa Fe Trail Meats in Overbrook. Visit us online at sftmeats.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to DocTalk. Dr. Dan Thomson here with Dr. Mark Hilton. And Dr. Hilton is a veterinarian, bovine veterinarian, cow-calf specialist, has worked many years in practice, both in DeWitt, Iowa, and at Purdue University, now a technical consultant at Elanco Animal Health. We're discussing building that calendar for your cow herd.
Right.
So we've defined when we're going to start calving.
Right.
What's next?
Yeah. So on the cows, I think a 65-day calving season is ideal for a lot of herds, and the research would prove that out. Shorter than that, may not get that 90 to 95% pregnancy rate that we would want. Longer than that, now you've got not a uniform calf crop, greater chance of health issues, so try to get it there.
Let me back up, because you said 30 days
on the heifers, if you're calving them right when the cows are starting. Yeah.
So
that gives them 2 chances to get bred.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's it.
Gotcha. No, and then you're like you're saying, that sets it up for kind of a selection on the most fertile heifers of the ones you're going to keep for your cows.
Because a late calving heifer has 2 options the next year. Calve late again, not good, or be open, really not good. So why start with a problem? So we start with heifers, and when I've worked with herds over the years that have had fertility issues, and if I've been able to convince them to calve their heifers for between 30 and 42 days, trying to think how many have gone back to calving them for 65 or more days. None, because they see the value in that. One of the things that I did for one of my producers, because they were pretty much calving year-round, and they said, we got to get this under control. And I said, in this environment, I think a spring calving season, middle of March to about the middle of May, and then a fall season about 1st of September to the end of October would work for you. Do you think that would work? They said yes. So I actually made a spreadsheet program and got some help from some other people putting it together, where you put in the dates you want to calve, and it populates when you do everything on the calendar. And I've got my own website, and it's on the website, so if people want to look at it.
What's that website?
It's mwbeefcattle.com. So
right.
Midwest Beef Cattle Consultants is the name of my business, and mwbeefcattle.com. So if they look under educational tools, then spreadsheets, they'll find it there. And they can take it and use it. Veterinarians can grab it, take my name off the top, put your name of your veterinary clinic on. Now you can't change the colors. It's black and gold for Purdue, so that's it. No purple. No purple. But you put in the dates you want the animals to calve, and it populates the whole thing, and now you've got a calendar. And you take that to your veterinarian, or the veterinarian sits down with the producer and says, okay, so it looks like here we need to give our pre-breeding vaccinations to the cows and heifers. It looks like this would be the date to semen check the bull, because we need to get that done ahead of time. Here's the day the bull goes in. Here's the day the bull goes out. If you want AI, you can put that in there and make this calendar. So everything is run like a business.
Yeah.
You know, it's not by the seat of your pants and, oh my gosh, we're picking corn. Yeah, we were supposed to wean the calves a month and a half ago. That doesn't happen anymore. Things get done on a schedule.
Yeah, when we used to get the corn planter disease in our farmer feeders, and some of the guys that I used to work with, you know, everything that was going on out in the field superseded anything that would go on with the animals.
Right.
And then we'd come back to the animals and go, oh, I wonder when that happened.
Right. Yeah, I've practiced in Illinois, or in Indiana and Iowa, so 2 big corn states, yes.
big corn states. Okay, well, let's take a break. And when we come back, we're going to start getting into some of those specifics then as to what we see with the calendar and things that are dates that maybe we need to circle and things that we need to pay attention to. You're watching Doc Talk. Thanks for joining us. More after these messages.
Ag Promo Source is a unique group of marketing specialists with one mission: help your ag business grow. Each affiliate has their own area of expertise, and they work together to bring you advice, products, and services. To get started, visit agpromosource.com. Ag Promo Source. Together we grow.
Next time you see a beautiful field of corn, reach out and thank the farmers who work tirelessly to raise corn for livestock feed, renewable fuels, and exports to feed a growing world population. The farmers on the Kansas Corn Commission work for Kansas Corn with grower-funded checkoff dollars that support foreign and domestic market development, research, promotion, and education to expand opportunities for Kansas farmers. To learn more, visit kscorn.com.
This is Eric Stonestreet, and as many of you know, I love my home state of Kansas. In March, Kansas ranchers lost homes, equipment, and thousands of cattle from the largest wildfires in the state's history. Imagine losing all you have in a fire. Not just your house, but your livelihood. Ranchers are beginning to rebuild, but it will take years and tens of millions of dollars to build back herds, fences, and other infrastructure. Today, I'm asking you to help. Donate what you can and show your support to the ranchers of Kansas. Simply go to kansasfires.com. Your donation is tax deductible and will go to those who need it the most.
We do business with Blueville because of the quality of their work. It is excellent quality, and because they make a commitment to their customers.
We enjoy the benefits of hiring a good company to help us maintain this home.
We will always do business with Blueville. We have for many, many years, and there's no reason for us to look for any other service.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission. Progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Hey folks, welcome back to Doc Talk. We have a special guest here, Dr. Mark Hilton, who's a technical consultant with Elanco Animal Health. He's also a wealth of knowledge when it comes to bovine practitioners. I've been listening to him even before I was a veterinary student, and even as a student, and then as a student of the trade. Dr. Hilton has provided me with mentorship and things in practice, tools that I've just really appreciate all you do. We're talking about setting up that calendar, and I just love this idea because I think that it's so easy what you've done with your website. So easy for producers and practitioners to work together. You know, instead of coming in there and saying, "Hey, we're going to work cattle tomorrow. Right. Can you give me the vaccine?" Or on a Sunday afternoon, yes. You get the phone call. Might get to fish a little more.
Right, exactly.
But anyway. Talk to me about the next step in the calendar or things that we look at.
Right. So the herd health veterinarian should do this with the owner. That's not my job. I haven't been on the farm. I don't want them calling me. You don't want them calling you because the herd health veterinarian is the one that has that knowledge. You know, when do they put in fly tags? When is the optimum time to do that? You know, when should they implant the calves? What product should they use? What vaccine should they use? That's their decision based on the research that they've read. So all those things, and every herd's going to be different. You know, there is so many different vaccines out there that you can use. If you vaccinate for everything, you know, the poor calf's going to leak when he drinks, and you know, so that's not the goal. Is to vaccinate for the things that you really need to make sense that you're doing those things. But one of the main things this program does, it puts that weaning date of those calves somewhere in that 180-day range. Okay. You know, 205 was what we always did when I was a kid back home, and that's too. Those calves are too old. Get that calf off sooner. Get them on feed a little bit sooner. And again, we're not weaning the calf based on when we're done picking corn. And the herds that I've worked with, again, that have gone from weaning in November in Indiana and Iowa, where the weather is miserable, miserable weather. They're finally done picking corn. So that calf, and really, realistically, that calf for the last month or two has probably been gaining 1 pound a day because pastures are poor. Maybe cows are on corn stalks by now. So it's nutritional fraud to that calf. Get him weaned off.
Yep.
So a lot of these herds are weaned in about middle of September. Yeah, that's right about the time they're picking corn. But if they vaccinated this calf ahead of time, the immune system's working, they wean these calves, it's easy. The calves do great. The herds that I've worked with that we've moved their weaning time from somewhere late October, November into September when the weather's better, 100% of them stay with September. They can't believe the difference. Some of them even have told me the weaning weights were no different. So they said when we were weaning in the middle of November, those calves really weren't gaining anything from the end of September to November. You know, they were just surviving out there with the cow. Now the cow's body condition score is poorer going into winter. You know, it's a big circle of problems to have. Get the calf off the cow, and the program on my website, you punch it in there, it's going to tell you, here's your ideal weaning date for those calves. I've even got a section on there that tells what to do with your bulls if you have this tremendously long calving season, because people say, well, I don't have any place to put the bulls. It tells you where to put the bulls. So that's a little bonus that I put on there.
This is great. So set that calving date, calving season, determine when you're going to wean. Lots of things you can drive off of those two decisions. When we come back, we'll do a wrap-up on how to build your cow-calf calendar for health in your herd.
No matter where, no matter why, the Veterinary Health Center at Kansas State University is committed to providing quality patient care to animals and exceptional customer service to their owners. From routine checkups to emergency and specialty care, our world-renowned specialists and experienced professionals are here to discover, to teach, and to heal.
Let us know.
How can I help? How can we help?
Grain sorghum is one of the most important cereal crops worldwide, and Kansas leads the nation in its production. Over the years, sorghum has been either exported, used in animal feed domestically, or for other industrial uses. Recently, its use in the ethanol market has seen tremendous growth, with 30% of domestic sorghum typically going to ethanol production. Kansas Grain Sorghum is committed to sorghum research, market development, and education. Learn more at ksgrainsorghum.org.
Did you know long-range planning through the checkoff can help keep your business profitable? To successfully pass on cattle operations from one generation to the next, it's important to promote beef and keep farms and ranches profitable. Your beef checkoff helps do that.
My family owns and operates Empire Dairy here in Wiggins, Colorado. My father-in-law, Jack Denige, he came here from Portugal, and he has a long history of milking cows in his family, and they started milking in the United States in 1989. My husband Norm and my brother-in-law Bill, a partner in the dairy. You don't normally think about maybe the beef checkoff when you're a dairy producer, but there's certainly a lot that the checkoff does for dairy producers. We're about 20% of the beef supply. So beef quality assurance has helped dairy producers by giving us some new tools and some new perspectives about things that we do on the dairy and how that translates into a beef carcass at the end of their life cycle. So some things that we talk about are injection site, loading and handling procedures to minimize bruising, and we want to keep that animal in the best condition possible, not only for the health and welfare of the cow, but at the end of its production cycle, we want to produce a quality product that we can enter into the beef supply. At the end of the day, the more successful operation you can have, the better chance you give your kids to be able to carry on and continue in this industry. Norm and I have 3 kids that we hope someday will want to come back and take care of these cows and take care of this land.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more information.
I'm Rexanne Struve, veterinarian in Western Iowa. I have a veterinary clinic and started doing stem cell therapy on dogs in August of 2014. And after the first 2 dogs, after 3 weeks, I saw such dramatic results. I said, hey, I have arthritis. I have joints, really need this help. Where can I go to get this done? I had stem cell therapy done in November of 2014 on my finger joints, my hip, and the ball of my left foot, all of which I'd had real severe problems with. Saw a pretty dramatic improvement in a short amount of time. I would certainly recommend that somebody don't wait until I'm in the position that I was in with the damage already done to my joints. I encourage veterinarians to use it for their animals, and I encourage anybody who sees this video, if you have need, get in contact with these people because this is a phenomenal place to have this done.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook or Twitter.
Hey folks, welcome back to DocTalk. Dr. Dan Thomson here with Dr. Mark Hilton. We're at Kansas State University, and this has been a great show. It's one of those things that I can just see, folks. You go into the website, and again, that website is mwbeefcattle.com. Yep. All one word. It's right here on the bottom of the screen. mwbeefcattle.com. And Dr. Hilton has done so much work to prepare this. But again, you're using it to drive certain dates, drive the rest of the calendar.
Right. Yeah. Right. So it's under educational tools. I've got some videos there too if they want to take a look at those on calving and things. But I've got some spreadsheets. They can have any of them that they want, no charge. But I made this because I had a producer that came to me and said, I've got this long calving season. I don't know how to get it solved. And I said, would a calendar work for you? And they said, yeah. So I made this for this one client. And after he and I tweaked it many times to make it good, I thought, geez, I should use this for other people too. I put a lot of hours into it. So let's use it. And so the key to the whole thing is, when's the ideal calving season for you? And for a lot of people, it's later than what they think it is. Most places in the United States, I've looked at calendars, the first day of spring is March 21st. So if you're calving in February, that would be winter calving, not spring calving. And so if you truly want to calve in the spring, then you're going to start calving after the 21st of March. That may not be ideal. I don't know, for your environment. In the Southeast, that probably wouldn't be the time, but I've not practiced down there. Your veterinarian can help you. Set that calving date. Breed the heifers for a short amount of time, 30 to 42 days. That's it. Keep more heifers back than you normally do because you're going to have reduced conception rate when you breed them for a shorter time. But don't allow your herd to have a late calving heifer. So get her in the swing right off the bat. So you got the date your heifers are going to start calving, the date your cows are going to start calving. It asks you what day you want to preg check your cows, and then what day it tells you what day you should wean your calves based on when you start calving. And again, if they have a herd that's calving for a long period of time and they don't know what to do with their bulls, and the bulls are out with the cows for 7 months, and that's why they calve for 7 months, there's a little side part on the website that shows what to do with the bulls if you can have 2 calving seasons, a spring and a fall season. I've had many people use it, and they've said it's been really helpful getting their herd run like a business. And that's what it is.
Well, we had the same thing in feed yards. The feed trucks were on a regimented time schedule. Yes. And then the animal health was kind of, we're going to get the pens rode and we're going to doctor. And I went through and made a daily calendar for feedlot crews to keep everybody busy, keep everything moving forward so that we get done earlier.
Right. Yeah.
And this probably saves people a lot of time by just having the time periods mapped out.
Yeah, it really helps the efficiency of the whole thing, and I love efficiency. I love a schedule, and I love efficiency. So this is right down my alleyway.
Well, perfect, and thank you for being on the show today. Thank you for watching DocTalk. It's been a great show here with Dr. Mark Hilton. Remember, always work with your local veterinarian. Right. And if you want to know more about what we do at DocTalk, you can find us on the web at www.doctalktv.com. I'm Dr. Dan Thomson here with Dr. Mark Hilton, and we'll see you down the road.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.